All right. Let's dive on into this last one here. Hey, Beansy, thanks for a sub gifty. I appreciate it. So we've got Thopter Spy Network here was the build-around card for this submission. So Thopter Spy Network is a 4-mana enchantment that says, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control an artifact creature, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact token with flying. Whenever one or more artifact creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. So the build around for this requires that we play a lot of incidental artifacts in our deck, because once you get a Thopter going for the Spy Network, it's self-enabling, right? So like once this generates the first Thopter, that Thopter then counts as your artifact to make more future Thopters, but we have to have other artifacts in our deck to get it going. So I've got Witching Well here for card advantage / selection. That's a playable cheap artifact. We've got Glass Casket, which is pretty close to playable on its own in this format. I think like Baffling End is pretty reasonable, and this happens to be an artifact. We've got Walking Ballista and Hangarback Walker. I've got Golden Egg, which is a cantrip that happens to be an artifact. And then I've got 2 different planeswalkers here. Oko, who's obviously great, and then Dovin Grand Arbiter, who's less great, but also makes artifacts to enable Spy Network. One of the really sweet things about Dovin is you can play Dovin on 3, make a Thopter, and then play Network on 4, hit them with Dovin's Thopter, and draw a card immediately. Yeah, today's actually been a really great day, WeMax. We are like 4 for 4 so far. This is the 5th Pioneer deck we played today, and we're 4 for 4 on decks before this, just like being great. What's going on, Marty? All day on Pioneer Break. To be fair, we've had some Pioneer stinkers in recent memory. They've not all been sunshine. I will say Pioneer probably has a slightly higher than average chance of being reasonable lately, though, compared to some of the other formats. That seems a little land heavy, but I think I'm going to keep it. Like, removal spell into Oko sounds great. To be fair, Beetle, that tweet being viral marketing for them is a pretty good move on their part. I know I'm probably going to get Chipotle for dinner now. Sick. Match 1, game 1, Empoleon. And a bottom, a second Supreme Verdict. We're going to top the crap out of the Spy Network. Yeah, the standard format right now is super reasonable. Definitely been enjoying standard. It's nice to have 3 playable formats. Honestly, I think Historic's probably the worst of the 3 formats we've been playing on stream. And even that's been pretty reasonable. Would like to see Once and Veil banned in that format. Good chance this just gets rode down, I'd assume. Really? No Murderous Rider. That's great. When Oko elks an artifact, it stops being an artifact, right, chat? Anybody confirm or deny on that one for me? So do I verdict them here, or do I just jam the Spy Network? Grixis can never take Spy Network off the table, right? So I should just play Spy Network? Yeah, I can just elk this. They can borrow it. That's true. Borrower is very good. So saying they can take it off the table, they can't take it off the table is not accurate. A very playable bounce spell in current standard. This Lumbering Falls is probably about to be nuts here too. This is my hexproof land enjoy. He's dead, Jim. You've killed him. Even if we draw a blank next turn, we just get to like crack Witching Well on their end step. Hostage Taker doesn't take enchantments. Only artifacts. Just gonna go ahead and pass back here. They're about to bang us, chat. Alright, well, if they don't exert, I'm going to chump block. That's unfortunate. Huh? I think we just verdict here, right? So maybe I should have just played Botanical Sanctum there, because I don't really want to crack this food, right? Because it's my last artifact. It's a good draw. Just gonna do this now while they're tapped out, in case they have counter spells. Make another artifact, gain a life. Yeah, Glorybringer is real good. One important thing to know about Spy Network is this only draws one card regardless of how many artifact creatures you hit them with. So hitting with multiple Thopters does not draw multiple cards. Good news. Good news is this Bitter Blossom doesn't kill us while it's in play, so that's nice. Fringe Prodigy is a sweet inclusion in their deck. Huh? Yeah, I was gonna make another friend with this. There's a chance upticking this would be better in the face of like Wild Slash or Bone Crusher. But I think they're pretty likely to like Flashback Dreadbore anyways, so. Ooh, that's a good one. Do you have a Drown in the lock? Yep. They're down to one card here, right? So, like, this is definitely a type of game where, like, Spy Network gets to shine. They're trying to get a little grindy, and, like, Spy Network gives us a threat every turn, and it draws us an extra card. So they get to loot here and then flash something back. I think they know both the cards in our hand, right? I believe we had the Botanical Sanctum when they thought seized us. Alright, you have a Jace. I have a bunch of 1/1s. He's dead. You got him. So you get to animate this, and then I have to skip drawing a card this turn. Do I? Nah, I'm gonna leave Jace on the board. I'm gonna hit them for 1 and draw a card. Good. This has -1 power because of the Jace, but yeah, perfect. All right. Do I need another spy network? I kind of don't, right? I think I just need answers to things. It's gonna gain a life. Sounds good. It's the wrong Jace to deal with 1/1s. Ain't that the truth? Well, these are some real Jeff draws. Unsure if that's a compliment or not. Walking Ballista sounds great, huh? You have no cards in hand for reference. Kinda dismantled them there, huh? Mystic Dispute and Detention Sphere sound great. Teferi sounds great. Stone potentially sounds great. Stroke is maybe fine. Veto is maybe fine. So I gotta figure out, I gotta strike a balance here on how I want to sideboard. Glass Casket's definitely not good enough. Now I don't think I can cut any other artifacts other than that. Supreme Verdict ended up being okay that game, but is it going to be okay in general? This can pivot into... It is a blue-white control deck. There's no pivot. It is a blue-white control deck. What mix of Verdicts and Deccan Stones do I want, I think is a question. Is it crazy to just split these? Maybe I'll split them 3-1. Taking Kalitas off the table without killing the rest of my board seems valuable. I think of this board plan. I think I like it. Yeah, I guess I have D-Spear and Cast Out. Verdict Beach Drown. Yeah, that is super attractive. Maybe I just don't want a bunch of disputes. Let's try this. Pretty minimal. I feel like we're pretty well set up here to start. Like, the opponent's deck's like kind of controlling, but they also have a lot of creatures in it, which makes sideboarding a little awkward. So we'll go tap Temple Garden on 1, and then the second Temple Garden will put both Port Town and Fortified Village into play untapped on 2 and 3, so we can go Walker into Dovin. I see it is missing second blue, which is worth noting. Drawing a land, a 5th land that's not our second blue feels real bad. I mean, they can deal with enchantments by killing us. A great way to take enchantments off the table is reducing my health total to 0. Haven of the Spirit Dragon is our second land. Kind of a sign of weakness. I might not jam this Dovin on 3. I might just go like tapped land pass here. I'm just gonna go tapped land pass and just like get this Hangarback cranked every turn. The best kind of permanent removal is player removal. Yep. This is the only double blue card in my deck? I think it is. Yeah. Dig through time 2, I guess. I mean, Jeskai Fires was the known entity. Also keep in mind, like, the matches you're seeing on stream aren't necessarily representative of the tournament as a whole. You can drown Hangarback Walker when I have no cards in my discard pile. That's so just blue source. That's so disgusting. Gosh, if that had been a blue source, we'd have gotten to Jam Spy Network. We got into Jam Spy Network there and like draw a card immediately. Been sick. Do you have a Murderous Rider? Dragon spell A. I'd be a little greedy in Ditch Verdict. I'm gonna cash in a Thopter to draw a card here. Sick. Dovin's actually been pretty okay here, huh? He's kind of worked exactly how I wanted him to work. Like, just like this kind of annoying thing. Like artifact lingering souls that enable Spy Network. Might as well jump block here. If they have a removal spell for this, they deny me an artifact next turn. As you will. Hand's pretty decent. So I'm doing this. I think I'm just plussing this now. So this is a little stranded at the moment until we get an artifact. If this survives, we get an artifact off of it. I think it's wrong to just down tick him though there, because then any removal spell takes their only artifact away. Yeah, he was in trouble to this regardless. Looking for a verdict, Deck and Stone, cast out, D-Sphere. Any artifacts decent for Spy Network as well. Walking Ballista. Well, I said any artifact. I guess that one doesn't really count. I guess this makes them exert this for the turn, which is something. We need like a Witching Well or an egg or like an Oko to make a food. Oko would have been the perfect there, right? Oh, I guess I don't have triple blue, so I couldn't Oko and Spy Network. Ballista hitting the yard means dig through time will be a live draw. Egg would be a decent pickup here too. Second dragon. All right, so D-Sphere and Supreme Verdict are the best draws in the deck. Not close. Egg into either of those cards would be the best draw. Because Egg would then enable the networks. All right. I have 2 cards left. I have Wandering Fumarole. At 14. They have a Haven of the Spirit Dragon here that can pick a banger back up. Hangarback Walker would be a sweet rip because it lets us play a resilient artifact too. Another Dragon Dork. Bolas. They're one away from flipping that and resurrecting a bringer. They've notably tapped off of double blue, so we don't have to worry about Scorn. I'd assume we're dead here. Yeah, we are up a game, so got that going for us. I'm just gonna play all my lands out because we draw dig through time. Having as many lands as possible will be nice. Alright, let's take game 3 on the play. Feels magic, man. Yeah, I originally wanted to try and fit a couple of Darksteel Citadel in the mana base, but the colors just don't work. I think getting to play Oko is better than having Darksteel Citadel in your mana base. It is very difficult to draw in the lock and dig through time. Not impossible, but incredibly difficult. You know, games like that, like, if we have just, like, a Citadel drawn, like, obviously we win the game on the back of Spy Network. And, like, the blue-white Spy Network deck in Standard that I played that card, but yeah, the mana just doesn't work. Remember, if you want to recommend cards during sideboarding, you should also do me the favor of recommending cards we should cut. Sideboarding is not about putting all the good cards in your deck, it's about creating the best 60. We're definitely keeping one. Do I keep both? I think I keep both. Yeah, so I also had a draft where I had Goose in it extras. The problem is, if you look at this deck, that's a different deck, basically, I think is the TLDR. And when I kept looking at the decks with Goose in them, the conclusion I kept coming to when I was, like, doing up different drafts was that, like, they were just bad versions of the other food decks. So, like, I don't like to take a card for a build around and shoehorn it into a deck where it's not good in. I like to try and build a deck that's actually going to leverage that card accordingly. And I just don't think a Goose Oko, like, full-on food deck is just, like, it's worse with Thopter Spy Network than without. Hey, thanks for the tier 2 and the 14 months with that order. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Joke's on you, I don't want this dig through time anyways. Guy Entropy, meep. Thanks for the 13 months. Welcome back. Brick on a land. Rats. Rats. YOLO. Sick. Okay, punish for holding the Hallowed Fountain. I should have thought about that. Or like draw Supreme Verdict now and be sad. Sick. Hashtag sometimes lucky. We haven't seen Scorn out of them yet. The only counterspell we've seen so far is Drown in the Lock. So like they couldn't drown Spy Network when we cast it, which is why I think it's right to jam it. Wow, if that's their play, that's really good for us. Attempt to hit you and draw a card. Whew. Getting your Thopter Magma sprayed before you deploy Hangarback Walker. Feels good, man. Sure. Huh? Alright, so I'm gonna sack this and draw 2. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna do this now before they draw another Magma Spray. They're missing their second red source here, so if they've got Glory Bangers, they're stuck in their hand. Oko's going to strip the wings right off this Nicol Bolas here, which is great. And even if they have a counterspell for Oko, they'll get to attack with 2 Thopters and draw a card that way. So if I wait to crack it, it's better against Thoughtseize, but I wanted to play my land for the turn. So if you'll notice, when I did that, I drew a land. So they can take Oko out back here and drown him in the lock. No, I don't think so, Cinnabar. Yeah, like Spy Network is just like forcing my opponent to like make all sorts of medium decisions. They are 1 land away from flipping this Bolas over. I won't talk you out of it at all, Mana Symbol. The blue-red Eldrazi deck's really sweet. I think it's doing something genuinely powerful and fairly unique. Alright, opponent is on a boat. So I'd like to draw like Deckenstone here. So I have 2 ways to kill this Nicol Bolas. Let's try and cast it out. Let's go ahead and attack with both of these. I attack with everything here. Try and draw a card and hit Deckenstone or a Detention Sphere. Remember, regardless of how many artifacts we hit them with, we only draw one card. Another land. Feels Magic Man. I'm probably going to sit on this Witching Well for a while, just in case they can kill all my creatures. Yeah. Yeah, keeping Witching Well in play to ensure I have a hard to interact with artifact is pretty key here, I think. Really glad, really surprised they, I guess they wanted to save the Brazen Borrower in case I drew a Detention Sphere there. So they can flip Nick and bring back an Oko here. Weird. Or they can continue to do nothing. I assume that means they have a counterspell for this, right? Sure. I would 10 out of 10 take a Historic Submission for Storm the Vaults again. Feel free to just donate. Will you say my screen name correctly? Thanks, 1981. If your username is not thanks, I don't know what to tell you. Have you considered changing it to thanks? THX. Welcome back, THX. It looks like thanks to me. It still doesn't compute. I could quad block the Bolas, but that seems loose in the face of a removal spell, so I'm just gonna go chump, eat, chump trade. I could have sworn the pronunciation guy has a 36-month reward. I think it was 24, actually, Beetle. I believe we established it was a 24-month reward. You can correct me on how to pronounce your username. No, it's not even at 12 months. You gotta have a sword. Alright, what's your last card? Are we just flipping Nikki B over? If Nikki B flips over, they might actually be able to keep up with Spy Network. Yeah, let's do it. They are at 9, though. So, like, Lumbering Falls plus Spy Network, like, kills them relatively quickly. Draw cards, deal damage, put a thing into play. They could get Oko, but, like, if they get Oko here, I just, like, kill this. What's the ultimate? Doesn't ultimate till 12? So looking for a cast out or a Detention Sphere. If I plus Dovin, he gains 4 loyalty total, which means I still don't get, so all of these at them. That's your 2. That's the real MVP advice, is have a username that's easier to pronounce. I decided to let them know that I have nothing, because I might crack this Witching Well this turn. Small chance that happens. I've got bits. How do I put them in? Just type cheer and then the number right next to it. I believe the cheer is lowercase and it's all one word. Every single person I use this nick with calls me Jin. Super easy, Jin. Super duper easy. Okay, opponent's up to 6 cards in their hand. Hey, thanks for the biddies. That's for 1K for Storm the Vaults, you said? Sounds great. Thanks for the support, I appreciate it. So they need to kill every Thopter here. They have 4 cards in hand, so like that's possible. 3 cards. That can chump block Lumbering Falls. I'm going to get a little bit aggressive and crack this, which might be a mistake. If they have a bunch of removal spells and they kill all my Thopters, this could be a real mistake. Man, I never have to get Cryptic commanded in this format either. It feels good. Feels amazing, man. Pretty sure I'm just slamming into their face again here. That one's not super useful. Alright, Bolas is going to ultimate range next turn. So like if they hit a sweeper and then like have a blocker for Lumbering Falls, we could lose to this Bolas ultimate. I think it's correct to like make them have a bunch of stuff though here. Just like put them to dead in a couple different ways. Yeah, Spy Network's very good against like decks like what my opponent's playing, obviously. Which is great, 'cause, like that's what our deck's about, obviously. That's true. They have to have, like, I don't know. Do they have Field of Ruin in their deck? They might not have Field of Ruin. This one Lumbering Falls might just be like, it's possible I should have like 25 lands and 2 Lumbering Falls. I almost had another Lumbering Falls over Botanical Sanctum. Almost. Falls is hexproof, yeah. Yeah, is in fact hexproof. So like, if they had Field of Ruin, they could play Field and Field it now, though. They also have to like beat all these Thopters as well. So like, there's a lot of moving parts to how they have to survive here. So, like, am I supposed to Verdict and then Lumbering Falls them? Is that the play? They have 4 cards in their hand. Borrower can't block Lumbering Falls. I can use Dovin to play around an Edict. You can play Hangarback Walker too. Yeah, so like, so when I'm asking, obviously we're making them have something here. The question is, am I supposed to just fire this up and attack with everything? Because I had like 3 or 4 Thopters that could attack and they're at 1. So it could potentially be correct here to just, like, attack with everything. They could have some random flash blocker I'm not thinking about here, right? Because I have to decide what's more likely. Are they more likely to have a flash blocker I haven't seen yet? Or are they more likely to have 3 pieces of spot removal, right? Yeah, something like Flame Sweep or just like wild slash Fatal Push seems more likely than them having a way to kill this. So I think verdicting to kill their blocker and then killing them with Lumbering Falls is correct here. Which, it won the game. Like, just because it won the game doesn't mean it's correct. But I think we play around the most possible things they're likely to have by sequencing in that way. It's the correct way to phrase where I'm heading. So, with the extra Pioneer deck, I think I'm not going to do Mythgard today. We've got like 3 to 4 more matches with this one, and I think I'm about bumping up towards my limit. I'm going to, I'm gonna add a stream tomorrow night, I think. I think tomorrow night, after the Mythic Championship Day 2 is done, I'm going to do, like, 2 Pioneer decks and then some Mythgard after that. That's gonna be my plan. Sorry to people who are waiting. But I'm just about at my limit. I wouldn't mind adding in some more content this week anyways, so rather than push myself today, I'd rather just like rest up and come back tomorrow. Get this down here. Chuck this in. I think I'm going to play Oko around Sensor here. If you have an aggro shell you'd like to recommend in Mythgard, post it in the subs Discord, please. I have a couple of decks that people have donated for in Mythgard. We'll probably do some of those. But I am looking for just like aggro decks that I can play off stream too. I was really enjoying the blue-red burn deck, and with Fire Eater being made worse, the deck's just like not playable anymore. Which makes me sad. I'm just gonna attack with both of these here. 12 commercials in a row. Strong play. Gotta leverage that ad money while they're botting. Thanks for the 32 months of support, Jace. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Man, did we really hit another control mirror in a row? I feel like our Thopter Spy Network deck is probably favored in most control mirrors. No, that'll be the whale one, Fox. So when the badges go, when the bit badges go live, when the bit emotes go live, the 10K one will be the whale. Do you mean the Wings Reanimator deck, Marty? Because if so, I left that one in the queue. Because you're right, we only played it for like 10 minutes and I signed off. Yeah, that one's at the top of the queue. I don't know if it's good, but you're right. I'm aware that the run we had was insufficient. Verdict me, daddy. If I just like 6 of them next turn, it's like fire. This Lumbering Falls chat has just been just MVP Lumbering Falls. There should be. Can we get a second Lumbering Falls in this mana base? I would like to request a second Lumbering Falls. Nice blue-white deck. Alright, so they're playing a control deck. Let's cut all of these. Cut all of these. Let's bring in these, and this, and this. Gosh! I can always tell when I'm the one that built the deck, because, like, the sideboarding tends to be easier. It's just like, yep, these are the things I very clearly want. These are the things I very clearly don't want. I actually have one too many cards here, it feels like. Need one more trim. Is this Walking Ballista? Maybe it's just Walking Ballista. You want to cut Witching Well? You don't understand why Witching Well is good. Witching Well is easily one of the best cards in this deck. It's a hard to interact with enchantment that enables Thopter Spy Network elegantly. That's also very reasonable when it's not enabling Thopter Spy Network. I've also cut 4 Glass Casket, so I don't think I can trim that many more artifacts, especially ones that are hard to interact with. Pretty easy mulligan here, right? Pretty easy keep. I'm gonna bottom a Dispute, I think. My friends and I started playing Guild Wars 2, and I'm trying super hard not to be a whale for another thing, but there's so many shinies I want in their shop. Fast typing on crappy keyboard. Is that Elder Scrolls Legends, Jin? MTGO has so little moving parts, you need to watch a bit of the animation in chat to see if the stream froze. Lol. Yeah, Randy Bueller, someone had tagged me in one of Randy Bueller's posts, asking me to help explain to him that they're likely botting. So I obliged. No new content planned and planned content removed. Yikes. I witch upon a well. To wake up where the wild things are behind me. Easy double bottom. Looking for some lands. Listen, Boneless, it could be a prank, but if enough people tag me, it might not be a prank. So all I'm saying is you should make sure you tag me still. You miss every shot you don't take is 100% correct. Well, peak magic is mulliganing, keeping a 3-lander on the draw, scrying 2 cards to the bottom, and then still managing to miss your land drop on turn 4. Feels magic, man. Will you do a burrito costume on stream? I don't know about that. Yikes, they get to sit here and start Castle of Interesting every turn. That's fair. I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, I should cycle the cast out. We'd have hit Fortified Village on time if I just cycled the cast out. Good observation. Everyone who is logged into Twitch, Zazzy, counts as a user in the chat room. So that descriptor is... It's confusing for some people who aren't thinking about it, really. So I agree that the way that website calls it users in chat room can be confusing depending on how you're using Twitch, but that number basically represents anyone who's logged into Twitch watching the stream. Whether or not they're participating in chat does not matter. Here, I'm gonna Mystical Dispute this Syncopate, because my Mystical Dispute's starting to draw dead here, so getting it to live with text here is great. Like if you look at my numbers, it's my stream like right now, because we're a smaller stream today, was like something like 80% of the viewers were logged in, but like obviously there are 600 people talking in this chat, right? All right, gotta veto that, because if that resolves, Veto no longer has text. Huh? Let's try and stick this. I think that was the reading Thopter Spy Network pause. I've basically have 3 must-answer threats in my hand between Spy Network, Oko, and Teferi, and Dovin sitting in play that need to answer eventually too, so feel like we've come in and out the other side with this Dovin resolving. I feel like we're kind of ahead at the moment. Sure. As long as we don't get Planner Cleansing, we're in a really good spot. I'm gonna go bottoms up here. I'm kind of just looking for lands and counter spells at this point. Why would you say that? Sorry. I'm about to get Brazen Borrowed. Dig, sure. Dig's pretty good. Sure. Untapped land. So if the card under my Oko, or the card above my Oko right now is a land, an untapped land, I get to Oko kill this, which I think is a good gamble. He says before he gambles and loses. That's frustrating. Have a good one, Luca. That's fine. Like, we missed a couple of land drops, but like our hand is like all gas at this point. They have 7 cards, but like how many of them are good ones is a question. Land. Sick. Sick. You got it. Attempt to kill Teferi, attempt to hit you. I'm just supposed to send this way regardless. If this hits them, I get an extra loyalty here. Which is nice. Or dig through time here. They tapped 3 and they have 5 cards in the bin. Alright, it's their 3rd dig through time. Second? Second. Next turn, we can Teferi. If it gets countered, we can dig ourselves. Need to, like, settle the wreckage here. I guess they could have a couple of removal spells. They have, like, Azurius Charm. Seal away. Thanks, Marty. Come seal away. Come seal away. Come seal away with me. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Yep. It's gonna bounce my Thopter, I assume. Really? Okay. Let's lead on this, see where we go. This Detention Sphere kind of seems like a bit of a liability. Not sure how I feel about it. Maybe it's right to sequence in the opposite way there because of the potential for Mystical Dispute. Would rather have 5 mana Teferi resolve than the Detention Sphere. Make a thing, make a food. I can't tell who's ahead right now. Their one Planeswalker is probably a little bit better than our 2 Planeswalkers, and they're up on cards in hand. We have some creatures in play, though. We have Witching Well that we can pull the trigger on at some point. I'm going to make a Thopter a 3/3 and try and kill Tef, because I think it's pretty unlikely that happens, because they plus their 3 mana Tef for the previous turn. I think there's a good chance they have a Supreme Verdict or something. You're ahead because you're 3 minutes more on clock in game 1. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like because game 1 ended so quickly, that's like not going to be relevant. It feels like they have a sweeper. Is what it feels like. Feel like they're trying to Supreme Verdict me. Veto just doesn't do anything at the moment. All these cards suck. I guess this is a redraw. This Veto might be useful later. Okay. Okay. I guess we just get the Supreme Verdict out of the way. Yep. Just gonna crack this now, because if I hit a land, we can play it. I can't hold up anything anyways, because I'm playing Hearthstone at the moment, so might as well try and hit my land to put it in the play tapped. You just jam Daddy Tef? No, I don't have enough mana to do that. They have their third dig. They have Torrential Gear Hulk for their third dig. Yep. Man, with 3 mana Teferi, I kind of feel like these cast outs and Detention Spheres don't really feel particularly good. You got him. Yeah, we're definitely behind now. And try and kill their Time Raveler here. Move the next game. Oh, I don't know. We're gonna play all 5 matches with this deck. It's been a slog so far. It's played like back-to-back control mirrors. We're like going into game 3 of the second one, and we're like going into game 3 of the second match, and like we've been playing this for over an hour already. Oh. Maybe we can hit some aggro decks for the next 2. Would be nice. You asked for this to be donated, you need to embrace it. Listen. What was that noise? That was a 5-year-old. That was a 5-year-old. He gets home from school at 2:45. 245-ish. I think he might literally be jumping on the floor above my office. Strong possibility. Sick. Welcome to the Space Jam. Yep. Hangarback Walker is pretty awkward in this matchup. There's like, I have so much exile and bounce and tuck removal. And alt text doesn't really do anything. Go ahead and shock this in so I can hold up Veto here. In case they have a 3-mana Planeswalker they want to stick. Well, they just have nothing, huh? Alright, well, I'm going to scry myself a river here. Little punish for my mana sequencing, because I can't hold up cracking this turn. Yeah, that's true. I could just burn the egg. I don't know, the eggs like have some value since I have spy networks coming up. Just gonna say no here and let this happen. And just a Hangarback Walker here. Card's not very good. Head to the Space Jam. You know you want to. Knights have double strike. Doesn't that card cost like 40 mana? I'm excited to get disputed again. That's why, yeah, that's what I stutter. That's what I said. 40 mana. Like, gonna play Teferi and tell me to go tuck myself here. I'm gonna have a D-Sphere as well. Yep. Give him the dirty D. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on Dovin maybe I'm supposed to lead on Dovin here. Because if I Dovin make an artifact, the Spy Network will get to draw a card the turn it comes into play, which is very good. So that way if they kill it, it cantrips at least. Yeah, I can also cast Dovin through Dispute. This match kind of feels like a good example of Spy Network just, like, not being good enough card advantage. Like, this is the type of matchup where Spy Network should excel, and, like, it just was much worse than, like, their Dig Through Times. Which is kind of unsurprising. Dig Through Times, like, a supremely powerful card. It's very, very good. But, like, good to have a way to highlight clearly, like, why we're winning or losing. I definitely think, like, the first game we just got so buried by their digs, it just wasn't close. What if we didn't do that? Eggs coming in handy here. Get a little egg on Teferi's face. If we get to take this Teferi out of play here, they topped a card. That can't be good for us. Is their last card a removal spell? Their last card doesn't interact with this egg. We're at parity, right? Yeah, they could have taken the eggs there and kept their Teferi. I think that's probably a mistake on their part. Maybe they forgot that they still had the same name. It's very possible. God bless America. That's such a beating. Now this Disdainful Stroke doesn't do anything. At least this egg recantrips. Okay. This lets me shoot this and then hold up the Disdainful Stroke. You think they're going to activate the Sanitarium? I feel like they're going to activate the Sanitarium, so I'm going to go ahead and pass. No, I want to be able to kill their Teferi and then hold up my own Stroke this turn. So I think playing it for 2 there and pumping it's really bad. Some grade A tire spinning going on over there. Yeah, I've already got, what, 5, 8 lands in play, so... Sure. I assume they're naming Walking Ballista. Yep. It's a Cyclone. These are my 1/1 artifacts. There are many like them, but these ones are mine. I might just plus this Dovin the next 2 turns. They have Supreme Verdict in their deck, so like going wide isn't even particularly good here. Like if I plus Dovin twice, he ultimates in 3 turns, which is nice. Alright, now I'm gonna play this out so they don't know I have a blank in my hand. So that way maybe they're more inclined to activate the Sanitarium. So this is going to 5, and the next turn he'll go to 8 and get to down tick. I've only had 1 dig this game, and it got countered, which is the big difference between this game and game 1, or game 2, where they buried us. Sure. Dig's their last card? Come on! Alright, we're dead. Man. Should have just let this happen, I guess. Like, just held that Stroke for explicitly dig, or dig big Teferi, or... They've only played 1... I guess they played 3 little Teferis. Yeah, I should have just held it for the card advantage spell. like to draw some cards, please. Was that a good series, chat? Wow, just packs it in, huh? Well, so much for dead. We're in an hour and 15 minutes. We're 2-0. All right, we're king of the control mirror, I guess. King of the control mirror. Running good. Running good, taking names. In just 4 more short hours, we will 5-0 this league. We are hungry. Our aggro opponents have eaten lunch. Please, for the love of God, play a basic mountain on one opponent. Please, for the love of God, play a basic mountain on one. I need this. Are we playing a PTQ? This is taking so long. Asking the real questions. All right, I've boarded into Bant gates. We'll see if that's powerful and can take our opponent off guard. Hopefully they're playing like the blue-green stompy deck. Yeah, this mana base usually means blue-green stompy at the moment. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, they're not Nexus. They're the Lotus Field deck, right? That's being Sage means Lotus Field. I don't really. How does this deck win? I've definitely looked at pictures of it. How does it win? What does it do? Somebody was in here the other day at peak Twitch chat suggesting that this deck needs to be banned, which I assume means it's only okay. It makes mana and then does something with it. Strong observation. Let's find out. Let's find out. Our clock is not particularly fast. It uses Omniscience off of Fae of Wishes. Okay. So, like, disputes and vetoes will be good post-board. Does removal have text box in the matchup, is a question. Removal is text list. Okay. So they have 7, they have 8 mana next turn, potentially. I mean, we actually have them dead on our turn 6, huh? It might be something to this Oko card. Might be something to this Oko card. Am I dead? It's your turn. Your turn 5. Have I died? Pour over the pages, draw 3 cards, untap 2 lands, discard a card. So that nets them a mana. Draw 3, discard 1, gain a mana. Seems sick. Isn't what's it called banned? Didn't we ban what's that card that's banned in Legacy? Anybody know which one I'm talking about offhand? What's the Legacy card that's banned? Frantic Search? Is that it? Hey, listen, We got our wish at least. This should hopefully not be another 45-minute match. And that's really all I can ask for at this point, is not another 45-minute match. Do we just get Hour of Revelations? Is this my life? Did I just get Hour of Revelations? And I was auto-passing, so I forgot to deal a point of damage to them. Alright, I'm a concede. Good enough. They got 7 cards. The cards in my hand don't have text. Alright. Cut cards that don't have text, bring in cards that do. Well, now we know how it wins. I mean, technically I don't. This is a handful of magic cards. Alright, good. We got a quickie. Quickie was bound to happen. There we go. Get two shots at a burrito batch here. Gotta bat 500. Yeah, where's the Damping Sphere? Magic, gonna magic. Come on! Give me a matchup where the correct answer is not board out Glass Casket. That's all I want. All I want is a match where Glass Casket has text. Alright. I am going to keep the Glass Casket because the 4th time's the charm. My Glass Casket does not have text again. Good golly, chat. Good golly. Did I concede the set? Yeah, we mulliganed to 4 in game 2, looking for a functional 7, or looking for a functional hand. Please be spirits. Please be God. Ah! Chat, I'm gonna lose my mind, chat. I don't know if I could do another control mirror. I don't know, I might. If my Oko gets counterspelled, I'm gonna play the 5th match and then be done. Deal. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just good to reinforce, like, these sample sizes are small and you can't draw any meaningful data from them, right? Like, we've played 3 control mirrors in this league, and we were 2-0 in this league at one point, right? So it's not like we were losing. And then, like, we played 3 graveyard decks in a different league today, so, like, the format's not mostly control, it's not mostly graveyard decks, they're just a lot of everything, and, like, these are just little tiny blips. Resolves. No, I'm going to be done for the day after this, Psycho Squirrel. I think I'm going to add a stream tomorrow night and plan to do a little bit of Magic and then some Mythgard at the end of that. So that'll be a later stream. I'll probably do it when the kids are close to going to bed. On Moto Leagues, if your games go long, are you more likely... No, not at all, Swift. Man, we're gonna get Supreme Verdicted again. I'm gonna be upset. Please die, Teferi. God bless. God bless us, everyone. I'm gonna try and cast out the Searcher as Kanta. They can't Supreme Verdict us if we've... That's not even true. They can still verdict without a target. I mean, like, we've won both the control mirrors we've played, so I didn't want to not play another control mirror because I think it's bad for us. I wanted to not play another control mirror because my brain is mush. Hey, Musical, thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful Searcher weekend wherever you are. End of Strange should be reserved for Smork decks. Yeah, probably. That's probably sage advice. I'm gonna lose my food here. Hey, Beargrave. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people you can chip that to every single month on Twitch. Thanks for chipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me employed. Ah, yes. Turn 6 and my graveyard is empty. Welcome to the party. Dig through time. Enjoy your stay. I'm actually going to go ahead and cast this Glass Casket here because I would like an artifact in play should I draw a Thopter Spy Network that's sticky. Yeah, or to make it an elk, no joke. What does Smork mean? Smork just means be aggressive. What rank are you at, Win Megas? I had okay success with blue-red post changes, but it's definitely worse than when you could play Fire Eater. We played 3 Giant Stairway blue-red last week at some point. The reveal. Absorb. Great. If we hit an Arset here, she can't draw another card, so that's nice. Do we have anything that draws extra cards? Yeah, Spy Network draws extra cards, right? So we want to kill this Narset, I think. Sure. Hey, look it. It's the secret sauce, chat. That's the sweet right there. That's the stuff. That's the control mirror breaker. Need that second Lumbering Falls in our mana base. Dovin alt doesn't draw cards. Factually correct. They do have Castle here, which lets them chump block. They also like keep doing this. So, like, this is game 1, so there's definitely 4 Supreme Verdicts in their deck. Honestly, we're kind of token-based, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have Verdicts post-board, too. It's gone outlumbering. How supreme is your verdict, opponent? This Witching Well might warrant an absorb here, which would be sick. Rats. Yeah, I'm gonna bottom that. I think I just like an Oko or Spy Network here. Just want to give myself the best chance to hit one of those 2 cards. The good news is this this Arbiter is gonna get to... This Arbiter is gonna get to go to 7 next turn, which is fun. Draw 2 in response to this. Yes, only enemy creature lands are legal in this format. Well, there's Supreme Verdict. Still have my boy Lumbering Falls here to kill Narset. That being said, I could just take this opportunity to dig, right? I think that's the play. There's a card in our graveyard. Oh, there's a card! There's a card! These cards all suck, except for those 2, so easy choice. Oh, no! Oh, no! Should have played the Hangarback Walker, chat. Should have played the Hangarback Walker. Little did I know... They really did all suck. Steady as she goes. Do. Static chat, listen. I've been live for 8 hours and 10 minutes. This is my 3rd control mirror in the last hour and a half. I'm bent and I'm broken. Don't you have a job or something, right? Asking the real questions. You're still here, bum? It's really awkward that Dovin doesn't give you loyalty off of hitting Planeswalkers. I really feel like they should have known that war was coming up and they should have tacked that onto him. Commit to memory, sure. Oh, that's gross. That's why... Okay, so they're going to get rid of our hand and draw 7 next turn with Narset and memory. Weird that they would plus Teferi if they were going to do that. So maybe they're not doing Narset this turn. That's true. I mean, like, and to be fair, like, 2 of my cards suck. So, like, turning these 4 into, like, 1 random is, like, not the end of the world. Them getting to draw 7 is more of a big deal than anything. I guess they have Absorb and Supreme Will at the moment. So we're going to send Lumbering Falls at Teferi and Thopter at Narset. Planeswalker subgames. I'm just gonna concede the match. I don't really. I'm bent and I'm broken. I'm gonna try and play my last match for Burrito. I'll get my 3-2, but I just don't want to play any more control mirrors. We're losing that game, and I'm just not playing 2 more games of a control mirror. I'm burnt out. If I play 2 more, I'm not gonna want to play the 5th one, so might as well play the 5th one and try and we're 4 for 4 matches in this league, boarding out Deck and Stone, Glass Casket, and Supreme Verdict. So I'd really like to just play a match where our removal spells have text. This was my tier 3 sub, and I approve of the last 2 concessions. God bless. Yep, sweet. I'm gonna bottom Glass Casket. Card is yet to have a text box today. Just no faith. No faith, chat. A call of no. Yeah, yes! God bless you. God bless you, Basic Mountain. I've never been so happy to see a Basic Mountain before. Oh, bless you, Basic Mountain. And everything you stand for. I needed this. I needed this. Alright, should have kept the Glass Casket, obs. Should have bottomed the island, kept the Glass Casket. Should have kept the casket, because if it was bad, you were conceding anyways. There's the meta play. That's the heads up play right there. What did I title red-black mid-range deck for Pioneer? What do you mean? We played red-black mid-range in Pioneer already. It's up on my website and my YouTube channel and all that. Who needs a Glass Casket, chat? Not this guy. This guy don't need a Glass Casket. Yeah, a number of people donated and bumped that one up entropy, so it didn't have to wait the full length. Do you see the Glass Casket is half empty or half full? Asking the real questions. All right. Well, no Hazoret. That's a good start for us. Go. Not my face. I like my face. Man, this Lumbering Falls has just been like MVP today. I should cut a Botanical Sanctum, or I should just, like, go up to a 25th land, I think. That's probably the answer. Oh, yeah, give me that. Give me that, sweet, sweet. Oh, yeah. Are we stabilizing? We're like an Oko away from stabilizing, right? Dovin might do it too. Vomit. Yep. Chain Whirler's real good against us. Okay. I'm gonna deck and stone this, I think. And then play Hangboy out as 2-2 and pass back. But my career was the first rare I crafted on Arena when I started playing Magic again after 15 years. Card's really strong. See if my opponent decides they want to be clueless again. They have another Chain Whirler here. That's like the only world this Lightning Strike makes sense in, right? Yeah. I think I topped that. So, like, Lumbering Falls, just, like, holding down the fort here for us. So we do, like, block, eat. So, like, did out 1 point of damage and killed my Thopter. That seemed particularly profitable for them. Sure. So they're at 0 cards now, though, right? So I get to go ahead and just, like, hit them for 4 Supreme Verdict here. Is that a good one? Go. Alright, what if my Planeswalker costs 3 mana and plus to gain 3 life? That sound good? Sounds good to me. Alright, I think Walking Ballista actually isn't very good here. Deck and Stone sounds great. Cast out may or may not be okay. I don't know that I really have anything else I want to bring in here. D-Sphere is probably better than cast out. I feel like I don't really want Settle. I feel like that's too many 4s. I feel like with 8 pieces of 2-mana removal, I don't want, like, more than this here. And, like, I want these to generate card advantage and, like, actually win the game. I think this looks pretty okay. I have Witching Well. And I have 2 untapped lands that don't hurt me. Could be right to mulligan this. I don't know. I feel like this is solidly in hand sucks keep territory. I don't know the meta either, Duran. If I knew the meta, I would be able to build control decks better. Generally speaking, 4-mana sweepers don't tend to be stellar against low-to-the-ground aggro decks that have, like, a lot of reach in them on top of it. Especially a deck like this opponent's, where they have, like, lots of ways to, like, burn you out once they get you low. So, like, more mid-range aggressive decks, like, think, like, Groll aggro is a type of deck where, like, Settle the Wreckage tends to be better, like, Supreme Verdict style effects. Chain Whirler and Frenzy. Rats, I was kind of hoping they'd miss a land drop there. Alright, so I think we just gotta give Swift, Runaway Steamkin the D here. Groll aggro would be running Spellbreaker? I have no idea. Green aggro decks. Let's not say Groll, let's say green aggro. Again, like, this format's very new, and even though it's existed for like a month or 2 now, that's still very new in general, and they've been heavily banning cards throughout the course of it. So, like, what decks are playing? I play this format constantly, and I know as well as you. We just don't, is the answer. Sick. Untapped 4th land is great here. Yeah, Bomat is less scary when they've got Frenzy down. Definitely true. This egg cantrips and gains 3 life, so that's sweet. That's not a particularly good Frenzy turn. It's another untapped Painless land for later. Or for right now. I'm gonna keep Dovin. He basically says gain 2 to 3. He gains a life when he makes a thing. I'm gonna crack this egg to gain 3 here. I mean, Beaumont's kinda good with Frenzy, right? Because, like, you can't draw the cards with it, but Beaumont clears the top of your deck, right? Which is valuable. Like, that is real upside when you get stuck. Like, it clears a land off the top of your deck so you can keep going. So I think Risk Factor did something similar as well. People often overstated how poor those cards were together, because often they were just fine together. Weird that they didn't play Bonecrusher Giant. Maybe they just missed it because it was off in exile off to the side. Caliana Rowe, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. And there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Yes, definitely should have cracked food on my turn. 10 out of 10. That's a good read. Thought it was a sweeper. So I have 8, 9. I'm gonna say no blocks here, and I'm gonna go to 2, and then I'm gonna hit them with this Thopter and try and draw a card so we can just Supreme Verdict. Likely dead here. Alright, let's take game 3 on the plate. Yeah, with Frenzius, probably have all my cast outs in. It's probably a good idea. Alright, this will be my last match of the day, folks. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your weekend. I believe, looking at my calendar, I'm going to do a short stream tomorrow night. Yeah, short stream tomorrow night. Probably 1 to 2 Magic decks and then some Mythgard. If you missed any of today's stuff, it'll all be up on YouTube soon enough. Yep, hand's great. I'm actually gonna go bottoms up here. I think I just want like an Oko or a Spy Network. Probably Pioneer. Let's say definitely Pioneer. If I'm on tomorrow night, we're gonna do more Pioneer. I think there's 8 standard and 8 historic decks in the queue for each of those formats. There's like almost 20 Pioneer decks still. This format's poppin', chat. It's pippity poppin'. Yep. I'm just supposed to cast out this Steamkin. Kind of feels like it. I could also just like crack Witching Well and hope to hit a sweeper. I'm just gonna pass for now. See what they do. I think we've died, chat. Subscribe for the first time after watching for a couple of minutes. I've yet to be timed out. I'm disappointed. Don't worry. Listen, we aim to please around here, okay? Welcome to Hoagland, dear Ilum. Happy Friday. Okay. Need to hit our second cast out or one of our 2 D-spheres here. Deal with Chandra. Ugh. Yep. They're digging for a land. Brick. 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 Okay. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, Chandra and Frenzy are great together too. She can clear your deck. She can make more mana. So it depends on how good this Frenzy plus Chandra is next turn. What we cast out. I'm gonna err on the side of attacking Chandra here. Gosh, Soulscar Mage is just so incredibly good here. I think I just cash this in and just like hope not to get Chain Whirlered here. I'm gonna go ahead and cast out the Frenzy. And like hope that these Thopters get to kill the Chandra. I guess I'm kind of just like at 9 as well. So like the Chandra's gonna deal 2 to me, the Soulscar Mage is gonna deal 1 to me. They have 5 cards in their hand. So definitely up against a wall here. Like we've answered their bigger problem permanents. We're gonna get picked apart by the smaller ones. Really, their hand's that bad. Another light at the stage and a Swift Spear. Okay. So Taylor plus Soulscar puts us to 6. Okay. Need Supreme Verdict off the top. Okay, still, I feel like we're still behind. Like these called shots are like what we need to like cling to. We're not winning. We're just not dead yet. That is a not dead yet call. This stream was pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. There's like, they have 3 cards in their hand and they have a light up the stage in exile. So like, lightning strike, lightning strike. All right, this one was kind of a stinker. This is gonna come as a shock to many of you, but I think this card's probably not very good. I think we just have to play too many low quality cards to like try and make this work. And I think even once we get this online, it's just a worse source of card advantage than just like Digging Through Time or 5 mana Teferi. So as much as like this card will always have a special place in my heart, it's just not good enough in these bigger formats. It's a little bit too slow, too clunky. This card was like borderline not good enough for standard, and it's really not good enough here. At any rate, that's the bit for today, folks. Everybody have a good one. I'm going to be back tomorrow night at some point. Follow